If you're spending money on private lessons and your voice coach, and this goes for both genders, but I think that it's more of an issue with guys than women as a general rule. So I'll just talk about baritones versus tenors. And your voice coach does not immediately on the first or second day begin engaging you in discussion, whatever that may be. It could be different angles and different aspects of the same issue. But if you're not having a regular discussion and homework and assignments and techniques that are designed to help you increase your singing range, to help you to sing higher and increase your range, and that would have to include learning how to bridge the vocal break, the passaggio, and connect in the head voice. If you're not having those conversations immediately, my advice for you really is to find a door and say thank you very much and walk out.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay. First thing you do that would be a good idea is to learn this lift up, pull back technique. It just sort of cleans the slate and gets freedom of movement. All right. And then that's a nice demonstration, by the way, Draven, of how that goes. After that, there's different things you can do, but I think that the next step would be to get a proper warm up. And you have to know what a proper warm up is, and you have to execute it properly. Okay. You have to do it the right way. A lot of the techniques for warming up are what we call semi-occluded phonations. Semi-occluded phonations. That's fancy voice lesson talk for partially closed phonation. All right. There's lots of different kinds. All of them have value, and all of them are helpful, probably. Most of you are familiar with the popular lip trills, where you do lip trills. That is a semi-occluded phonation, and we recommend it. It's helpful. It's a good way to get fluidity and to warm up your voice. You can also do tongue trills. You can do what I advocate, my students do in my program, which is, we call it resonant tracking, and it's buzzing on a buzzy M. So you go, you buzz on an M, and it's another way of doing a semi-occluded phonation, which warms up your voice. All of this, lift up, pull back, semi-occluded phonations, all this is preparatory work for getting to building the musculature for belting and getting the head voice. Now I want to take a quick a moment to explain to you the reason we do semi-occluded phonations. Many of you have been doing lip trills, or maybe the TVS nasal buzzing. You've been doing semi-occluded phonations through a program or teacher, whatever. But I know that a lot of you, it's not really been explained to you why. And it's important that you understand why. Semi-occluded phonations balance two sources of energy. One first source of energy is the source of energy of the vocal cords squeezing, the vocal cord closure. These are vocal cords squeezing and closing. That is a force. Okay, it's an energy, it's a force that's happening, and it takes that movement and balances it with another energy source, which is the respiration. Specifically, the point at which this is respiration, these are my vocal cords. The point at which the respiration strikes the bottom of the vocal cords. So you have energy source number one, the compression on the vocal cords, and energy source number two, the respiration or the phonation threshold pressure. It's this times or square root of this. I don't know the actual physics equation. I should figure it out sometime. Even if I did, I'm not sure it's all that relevant. But it's this factored with this optimized.
Yep.
When this energy force, squeezing vocal cords, and this energy force, the respiration and the Bernoulli physics and everything that's involved in that, are optimized per the frequency, per the note. That is to say that every keyboard has a slightly different adjustment, slightly different physics adjustment to be optimized. Okay, so if the optimization for a middle C is 8, then the optimization for a C sharp might be a 9. Okay, I'm just using that as a metaphor.
Yeah, the pressure changes, the position changes a tiny bit.
Yeah, the pressure, the compression, the resonance, everything is shifting ever so slightly, 1/2 step. So that means all the technique has to sort of shift as well. Back to the point. This optimization of compression against wind, this is what the semi-occluded phonations do. This is the purpose of a well done straw buzzing maneuver, lip trills, or resonant tracking through a nasal. Okay? And it has to be done properly. When it's done properly, when it's done well, it has great vocal health benefits, and it helps you get ready for the more heavy lifting, resistance training stuff, the belt voice stuff, the head voice work that you have to do to get a baritone to sing high in the head voice. All right. So far we have a workflow where we're building a routine for you guys. We got lift up, pull back to get freedom of movement. Then you got some semi-occluded phonation, some warm-up techniques executed properly to balance compression and respiration. All right. That's what a warmed up singing voice would have. It would have balance, compression, and respiration balance. That's what it is. That's the physics behind it. Then you can move on to some of the heavier lifting, which we can talk about.